Hello YouTube, it's the Wheeze, and I'm again in the least cluttered room in my house, the laundry pile room. And it's another state of the body vlog. You may not be able to tell, but I can tell great progress in the hip and waist area. I can actually suck in my stomach now, which I wasn't able to do before. If I stick it out, I'm pregnant again. But we're getting there. We're getting there, slowly but surely. But the top is looking good, better all the time. I had a mammogram a week and a half ago, and the results came back, and it's fine as far as cancer is concerned. No tumors or anything. However, they said that I have oh gosh, I can't think of the term. It's a very simple term, but I can't think of it. But basically, I have fibrous areas in my breast that would obscure any tumors should some form. So that is a problem. And I hope that doesn't mean that I won't be able to continue HRT. I don't think that's what it means. Because, you know, I'm 69 years old, and, you know, if I die, I want to die woman shape, you know, or at least get as close to it as I can. I know. I just found out in the last 6 months that hormones could have done more for me than I thought. I thought I had gone as far as I could. I had some breast development, but nothing like this. And I thought that, well, the hip area, I just don't have the right shaped hips, but I think maybe I do with a little fat redistribution. So that's what I'm working on now with my morning exercises. But I kind of had a bit of a breakdown earlier in the week. My youngest cousin on my mother's side of the family, who has traveled the world because of her husband's job, moved back to Texas a few months ago, and she was going to be in Austin, so I asked her if she was still going to be here the next day and if we could meet, and she said, oh, my schedule's so full. So I was depressed over that. You know, I really haven't reached out before, but I just kind of wanted to live my life and not bother anybody else. I feel so disconnected from my family. My mother's in a retirement home, and I can't visit her there because she'd have to explain me, as if she'd have to explain me, except that she probably told everyone that she only had the one daughter who visits her. So, anyway, and my father died a few years ago, but I don't think he would have accepted. I know he didn't accept my changes because I changed, 40 years ago. But I was hoping to reach out to my family. My sister has disowned me. I'm not to come near her family. So, and if I ever see her son, well, her son is adopted, so, he wouldn't, I wouldn't really have any reason to see him because I don't know him, So, anyway. But that's the state of things. I wrote this poem on Facebook that one of my other cousins saw. She said, "Oh well, you know, families these days they're well, my younger cousin came to town, and I know that she saw my other cousins who who were the children of my other uncle. I know she saw them. She had made plans to see them, but I was not even an afterthought. So I wrote this poem that I only see my cousins at funerals, which is true. At my father's funeral, where I stayed way in the background, 200 yards away, I think, watching the whole thing. And then when it was over, my cousins looked over and called me over. So we did meet then. And then when my aunt came to town, the mother of the younger cousin who was coming into town recently, she came to Austin, and I was invited to meet with her and the rest of the family assembled. So that was kind of nice. I didn't realize it was because that aunt was probably not going to live more than a couple of more years, because she was much younger than my folks, and my folks lived into their 90s, and she was just in her 80s. So, and then the next time was when that aunt did die in 2014. I went to that funeral, and I saw a couple of the cousins at the cemetery, and there was going to be a family get together at a local restaurant, but I got lost and couldn't find it, so I went back to Galveston, where I was staying then, and then to Austin. So I was hoping I could reach out and just start up again with my cousins, and I guess it was not meant to be. But such is the life of a transgender person, you know. Even the most liberal of family members don't know how to take you, don't know what to say to you, and don't really think you're like a real person. So I'm now going to do my morning exercises, and oh, I know it doesn't show on the video, but when I see myself in the mirror, I can tell that my waist is going down and my hips are slowly growing out. No problem up here. Um, I have not had any implants. I mean, this is all homegrown. Um, so that's the state of the body. A little bit past the middle of April 2017 here in Austin, Texas. So those of you who are going through this, take courage, and those of you who have friends and family going through this, treat that acquaintance like you would any other friend or family member, and maybe don't show it too much, but have a little compassion. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you around.